and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since, and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Look, considering I thought it was hot, 28.2 degrees here, and everyone else says, oh no, it's 39, it's 30 where they are, so everyone else is hotter, so it's just freezing cold here. This is the ZLDR Recovery Hour, and we're about to run with Kevin and Jarrett and Udell and Tina, and let's get going. A bit late. Right, I'm going to go at 9. As usual on these runs, just keeping it really steady. Oh, everyone else has just run off without me. Let me catch up. Okay. Now, I need to explain something before we start. I am using a foot pod today, but the foot pod is not on my foot. and I am currently going 1 kilometre per hour faster than I am in real life. So the treadmill is reading 9. I'm going at 9.9. So let me just slow it down a bit. Oh no, I'm dreading this already. Greetings from Ecuador, apparently. Hello, Kevin, on the YouTube chat. Tina and Clive and Paul and Trev. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, okay, bear with me, everyone. I am trying to sort out this footpod, which is reading a bit fast. Probably needs some calibration or something. Right, I've gone down to 8 now. So this run is going to be a total cheat because I'm going to be running faster on Zwift than I am in real life by a long way at the moment, which is not great, is it? I might stop and just change back to the treadmill because I'm going to go this slow. Yeah, so this is not reading correctly at all. Shall I just stop and change to my run so I've got consistent proper speed rather than this stupid newfangled footpod that I thought I might test because it's already clearly not good enough. It's a test, Marcus, and Marcus says, why is the footpod? Well, the reason I've got a footpod is because I am testing something. It's a new thing that I can't talk about, or apart from saying I'm testing something new. Kevin says it's smart to over-calibrate your footpod running slower than your avatar, Stephen. Yes, exactly. So I am going to stop now. Yes, I think I will stop and change back to the techno gym. Yeah, well, it doesn't work very well, Clive, is the answer at the moment. Without me messing with it more and giving it some calibration, it doesn't work very well. So I'm going to stop. I am going to change to the techno gym, so bear with me. Go to menu, pairing screen, get rid of this secret Garmin footpod that nobody knows anything about, and change to the My Run, and click OK. Now we're all right. Now we'll go up to 9. Right, I am now at 9 kilometres per hour. Now Jonathan Cost is 30 odd seconds ahead of me. Clive Finnemore's running at 10. Trev Wilson's running at 10. Tina Beard is running at 7:30. Paul Hayward at 6:40. What speed shall I go at? Oh, I've messed it up already. I don't know what speed to go at now. Shall I go? Right, I'm going to go and join Jonathan Cost and Trev Wilson and... Oh, right, Tina's waiting for me. Oh, bless you, Tina. Thank you. Okay, so if I catch you up, and then can we run and catch up Paul Hayward? Burnbeck. Say hello to Burnbeck, who says he's new. Hello, Rookie. Nice to have you with us. Is it Brookie or Brooke? Hold on. Oh yeah, Brooke, not Brookie. Hello, Brooke. So I was testing out a new feature from Garmin, which seems to need some work if it's going to be usable on Zwift. Right, I'm just catching up to Tina Beard. Paul Hayward says he enjoyed the flip-flop coverage. Jonathan Koss says Kev and I are at the front of the 10k group. Not allowed to be any more specific, Jarrett. Sorry. I can't be any more specific than that, Jarrett, I'm afraid, at the moment. I'll get told off. Oh, Aludel has unlocked the blue shoes, apparently. Good for you. Jonathan, I am... so I'm running with Tina. And then I wonder if we might catch up to Paul Hayward. Tina, what do you think? Jonathan, did you watch the flip-flop coverage? Yes, Tina, let's catch up. So let's go at 6 kph. So let's go at 10 kbh, just to catch up to Paul. Yes, 10 kph to catch up to Paul. Clive Finnemore says, can't beat a good World Championship flip-flop race. If you haven't seen this, wondering what I'm talking about. So a couple of nights ago, we went to Worthing Seafront here, where I live, where they were holding the World Championship flip-flop 5k. Jonathan was hoping for it to be really comedy, but it actually wasn't as funny as you might have expected, because they actually all ran quite well in their flip-flops. And in fact, the leading woman, the winning lady, actually beat her own 5k PB in flip-flops. So if you want to see that, that's on my Film My Run channel. It's mildly amusing. Oh, we're ahead of Paul Hayward now. Right, let's slow down now. Okay, so Tina and Paul and myself all running together at 1.5 kilometres in. Marcus Holmes says the flip-flop times were crazy. Yeah, 19 minutes for the win in flip-flops for 5k. I have never seen anyone run a 5k in 19 minutes wearing flip-flops until now. Yeah, I reckon a video 5k flip-flop challenge would probably get me in trouble with HQ for insurance purposes. I'd probably get told off. I reckon Zwift HQ would have a heart attack. Yes, Jarrett. I attended an amusing race the other day where everyone had to wear flip-flops. I don't think we'll be doing this on the treadmill. Imagine a pink bunny outfit with flip-flops, Kevin. Yes, I'm imagining it. I'm also imagining hospital A&E accident and emergency department. Helen Clitheroe says, pro tip, don't run in flip-flops on the treadmill. Paul Hayward says, we don't do anything crazy like that in Gloucestershire, apart from cheese rolling, running down a very steep hill. I agree, Clyde, it would have been funnier on the beach. So we've got both fans on in the shed quarters at 28.2 degrees on the AGMT. And we are nearly 2 kilometres in with 47 minutes left to go. So this is a 1 hour run. It's not a 10k or a 5k. It's just a 1 hour run and we get as far as we get. So at the moment we're going at 9 kph. So that means in the 1 hour, we'll do 9 kilometres. I keep saying we will organise a fancy dress video 5k, but I should get my act together and do it. Paul Hayward, yeah, I mean, it is world famous, the cheese rolling race, isn't it? Jared says, anybody want to come to Chattanooga in October for a marathon? That would be awesome. I'm not sure that I have any free time in October. I've about 3 races in October, including the London Marathon. Unfortunately, I have London Marathon in October. Oh my God. So the guy who's won the cheese rolling race 23 times retired this year after breaking his leg. Tina Beard says, we also used to have nettle eating championships too. Nettles are stinging plants here in the UK. John Kelly discovered nettles when he came to live over here. He said they were worse than the briars in the Barkley marathons. When John Kelly came to the UK, he said that stinging nettles were worse than the briars in the Barkley marathons. Barkley spelt wrong there, by the way. But apparently you can make wine from nettles. And soup, I think. I think you can make wine from nettles and soup as well. I think you can. Steve Davis is up ahead. Hello, Steve. Oh, we're already talking about wine, says Kevin. Yes. It only took us 18 minutes to start talking about alcohol. By the way, does everyone know you can now upload video on Strava as well as photos? Did you know that? You can now upload video onto Strava as well as photos. Kevin DeLuca says ZLAR, Zwift Long Alcoholic Runners. Why do we have alcohol? Because no great story ever started with somebody eating salad or drinking water or Perrier. Very good. Greg says alcohol is poison. Well, yes. Greg, sugar is poison, but plenty of people still eat that as well. Paul Harewood says, wow, you can put photos on Strava. Yes. Greg says, I agree, Stephen. Zero sugar here. Very good. So is caffeine. Ooh, controversial, Tina. I love my caffeine. Do it now that honestly, there is a lot of evidence to say that caffeine is very good for you. But I'm interested in the argument that caffeine is poison. My son is ringing the front doorbell, but I can't go and let him in because I'm running on here. He'll just have to wait for his mother to arrive. He's obviously run ahead of his mother, and he's standing outside the front door. I can see him on the camera, standing outside the front door, getting very annoyed that he can't get in. Now, you're all going to say I should go and let him in, aren't you? He's rung the doorbell again. That's the third time he's rung the doorbell. Coffee addict here too. It's a diuretic, so it dehydrates you, says Tina. Yeah, well, that is very true. Right, Clive says don't let him in. No, I'm not letting him in. He can wait for his mum. can easily start the morning without coffee. But nothing would get done. Tina says, no, you can't. Jonathan Koss says, I don't drink alcohol, but I love sugar and coffee. So for me, I don't drink any alcohol either. So I know Tina doesn't drink. And Jonathan doesn't drink. I don't drink. So I don't have any alcohol at all. But I do love my coffee. And I have to say, I do try and stay away from sugar, but I don't do a very good job. Let's just put it like that. No, Paul, I'm the same. I very, very rarely use headphones outside. Paul Hay was just saying, I don't use headphones outside, never use his headphones outside. Yeah, and almost always you'll see me with my headphones on here doing Zwift. And that's just so I can hear the stream. I can hear the sound effects that I'm putting on, and I can hear when somebody makes a comment on the YouTube live stream, I get a swish noise in my ear. So I can just turn my head and make sure I see the comment. There we are, I've just had one. Hello everyone, says Amy. So that's why I wear the headphones inside. But outdoors, I don't wear headphones really. Like occasionally, you know, once every 20 or 30 runs, I might put headphones on. Lemon San Pellegrino is awesome in a long, hot race. Amy's just done a run outside. Well done, Amy. Good job. Paul Haywood says he'd get a PB if he saw a snake outside. Kevin DeLuca is surprised at my love of San Pellegrino. She said, Amy says she's melting after running outside. Yeah, I ran outside this morning. It was very warm. Very warm. Blimey. Is this a joke, Jarrett, or is that serious? I'm glad that all we have here in the UK are angry cows and miserable sheep. And the odd fluffy bunny rabbit. Odd, not old. John Freeze is going to do the ZLDR run later, so he's just popped in to say hello on the stream. Hello. Hello, John. Hope you're well. So we are now, where are we? 3.7 kilometres in. Running with Paul Hayward and Tina Beard. Debbie Colville has just joined us. Better late than never, Debbie. Oh yeah, well we don't. Yeah, but we don't get many foxes on the trails, do we? Not many foxes on the trails. Full stop. But yes, when we're running in the town. Oh yeah, we had a dead. We passed a dead badger the other night. But that was about it. How long was Ellis waiting outside to be let in? He rang the doorbell about 4 times. I asked everyone whether I should go and let him in, and Clive Finnemore said no, definitely not, just leave him waiting outside. So I did. John Heaton says hello everyone. So Victoria has just come back. She's been at the summer fair at school. I decided to forego that delightful annual pleasure. But she says hello to everyone. My wife says hello to everyone. Jarrett says, my daughter has 2 lunches, a late morning lunch, aka junk food, and proper lunch. Kevin DeLuca says, hello Victoria. Sounds like my wife, who eats her lunch at 10 o'clock in the morning, or proper lunch at midday, and then a post-lunch snack at 2 p.m. Jarrett says hello to Victoria. Clive says hello Victoria. Debbie Colville says hello Victoria. Tina says hello Victoria. Look, there's no need to all say hello to Victoria. Full stop. I don't need her head to grow any bigger. But she says her finger still hurts. Victoria's broken finger is still giving her jip. Kim Salt, finally! It's been so difficult for me to get into YouTube chat. Why, Kim? What's been going on? It's nice to have you with us, though. Haven't heard from you for a little while. I feared that I'd lost you to Facebook when we left Facebook. Kim Salt says hello, Victoria, as well. Well, it's nice to see you with us, Kim. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the YouTube train. Victoria. Clive has just said, oh, Victoria, not that old finger chestnut again. Hurty finger. She's still going on about it. 3 weeks after falling over and breaking her finger, she's still moaning about it. Right, the reason Kim couldn't get on YouTube was she couldn't remember her YouTube password. Make sure it is stored now then, Kim. And we'll see you here a bit more regularly again. Right, we're halfway through pretty much. Just coming up to halfway. Apparently my son got his hair dyed silver at the school summer fair. Apparently the silver on Ellis makes him look like me. I've got a mini me. I've got dark hair, not silver hair. Shane Druitt, hello Shane. Says it's mental in this heat. It is, it's a bit hot. I've got both fans on. It's 28 degrees Celsius in shed quarters tonight. Nowhere near as hot, nowhere near as hard work as that interval session was on Wednesday. I'm not doing that again in a hurry. I'm just trying to read. I can't understand what Kevin's just written there. Hang on a minute. Hopefully Victoria is here for drying you, Stephen. Can I tell her about your cheat attempt at the start? So I was testing something new. So a new Garmin feature that I'm not telling anybody about. Anyway, it was making me run. I was set at 9 kilometers an hour on the treadmill, but I was going at 10 kilometers an hour on Zwift. So I slowed it down to 8 kilometers an hour, and it just about said 9. So I thought, I don't want to run this slow. And Kevin accused me of fabricating my run, and so I was about to be sacked from Zwift. So I quickly changed back to the my run. So Jonathan Cost and Kevin DeLuca are 5.2 kilometers in, with 32 minutes gone of our 1 hour run, so 28 minutes left. Victoria wants to talk to me, so hold on 1 second. There you go. Thank you. My son says my hair is cool. He says it's dark with silver streaks in it. So black with silver streaks, so I'm like a super fast old dude. I'm not saying anything, Clive. I'll talk to you later. Yes, Kim, you did miss Vomit Wednesday workout. Although we didn't vomit, but I have to say I did give up. So it was so hot, and my intervals were pretty fast. My heart rate was going up, and I just wilted so much in the heat that at one point I just had to slow down and walk during the interval section of the run. So I managed to do all the fast bits as written, but the intervals, the last two I walked. I was just absolutely done in. It's just the time, just 1 hour. To be fair, it's never going to be as accurate as using smart treadmill. Stop. And it will only be slightly more accurate than using the virtual run feature. Actually, that's not very good information. Let me just take that off. Wrist-based pace. Oh, Kim, Tina, right, that is fighting talk, Tina. Tina says, Stephen just made excuses, Tim. We all managed. Yeah, that is true. Victoria managed, Tina managed, Amy Green managed. Everyone else managed apart from me. I was the failure. Even Marcus Holmes got round. I was the even Marcus Holmes made it. So no, I hold my hands up. I was a wet, pathetic excuse of a runner on Wednesday. It was hideously hot, but you managed the workout. But you slowed a bit. Marcus Holmes actually did slow a bit as well. Kim Salt, I did not break. It wasn't me that broke Victoria's finger. Unbelievable. Kim, do you want to forget your password again? Well, you and Tina, suddenly Tina and Kim get together and it's Attack Stephen. Okay, so right, Victoria's saying, had I not been working at the Backyard Ultra, she wouldn't have been at the Backyard Ultra, which means she wouldn't have fallen down because she wouldn't have been there. So essentially, she's saying it is my fault that she broke her finger. Paul Hayward managed as well. Debbie Culver says she's got 3 fans and she's still dying in the heat. It's my fault. Victoria basically is saying now that anything running related is my fault because I bought her first pair of running trainers 7 years ago. Tina says, you know you love it. Yeah, all right. Excuse me. Clive Finnemore says, I think the problem is the bricks of the garage have heated up and it's like a sauna. Standing in a sauna in Clive's garage. Kevin says, I have 39 degrees Celsius outside now, so it's better in the pain cave. So it's cooler for Kevin in his pain cave. But I imagine he's got air conditioning, whereas we here, we've simply got the doors open and the fans on. So it's probably about the same temperature indoors as out. Maybe it's a bit warmer indoors than it is out. Is it? Yeah. Right, Victoria says it's definitely warmer inside in here than it is outdoors. But I had a lovely run this morning. It was gorgeous sunshine. I took it nice and easy. I was doing a bit of filming with my camera and I ran along the seafront. I was only going to do about 9 miles or 8 miles or something. Eventually ended up doing about 12 miles because it was so lovely. I just carried on a bit further than I was going to turn around and I carried on a bit further and I came back and then it was so lovely and warm I went in the sea. I made sure to take my microphone and my camera off first and then chucked myself in the water and it was absolutely lovely. Paul Hayward says it's 24.1 for him. High 39, hang on a minute, no, 25 for Clive Finnemore. Apparently 41 degrees in France tomorrow. It's 28. Yeah. Only 18 degrees in the UK tomorrow, apparently. Kim Salt reminds us that it is ZRS this weekend. See, that's what we've got you here for, Kim. That's why Kim's here, because she knows what's going on. So ZRS tonight, ZRS tonight, this weekend, sorry, the Zwift Run Series. If you want to join in, they'll be on the schedule. Let's have a look, I'll show you now. So this is today's schedule here, and then we go into tomorrow. Run the Ring is the ZRS, starting tomorrow. So it's in Innsbruck. Innsbrucking, you see? Innsbruck Ring. And it will be 9 kilometres. And there will be incline instructions. So it's going to be a 9-kilometre run, but there will be incline instructions in game for you to lift the elevation on your treadmill. So that's ZRS this weekend. So maybe we'll do one of them. Perhaps tomorrow evening we'll do a ZRS. I often use that term to describe my wife. Somebody just wrote something and said Aries. Clive Finnemore says, if I open my garage door, the whole street can see me. Kim Salt says, I'm loving the slower pace partners that Zwift has added. Yes, again, I have mentioned this throughout the week, and I know John Hancock has been banging on about it all week and last week. Brand new pace partners on Zwift. Go and have a look. There used to be only 4. There are now 8, all going at different paces, encouraging people to join the pace partner, to form a group, to form an ad hoc group run. So if you want a group run, but there are no group runs organised at the time that you want, go and join a pace partner, and hopefully, eventually, when people get to work out what they're for, people will join pace partners and we'll have groups springing up out of nowhere that run together. Paul Hayward says he finished his work meeting early today as the projector overheated. It's that hot. Oh, there are 11 pace partners now. I thought there were only 8. 11. Gosh, okay, so 11. No one wants to know what Paul was showing you, Debbie. "17 minutes remaining of the ZLDR Recovery Run, Friday evening here in the UK, Friday afternoon in the US. Oh, Kim Sol says some super slow pace partners have been added. Super slow. Nice. Right, what is Kevin DeLuca and Jarrett getting excited about? Oh, Kevin's new house. So Kevin is hoping to be in his new house in 2 weeks' time, and it will be cooler with the garage as a pain cave. Nice. Hey Kevin, did you notice that Salim joined us on the bike the other night? We're just getting to the... oh no, we're getting to the track now. Sorry, John. We're getting to the track. Yes, we were running and he was cycling next to us, chatting. So we're just passing Mayfield and we're getting towards the run path now. Jonathan Coss says, you'll see the new pace partners shortly when you slower dudes reach the run path. Well, we did bag that badge yesterday, and we were on the run path yesterday, part of it anyway, when we were doing the chili pepper route. If you want to do a bag that badge event, we were on chili pepper yesterday, and we are continuing every Thursday doing a new route achievement badge until we've got them all, and we don't finish until September. One a week. We've got about 16 weeks of getting different route achievement badges, so come and join us if you are missing any of the badges. Debbie Culver thought she was missing the badge yesterday. Turns out she wasn't at all. She already had it. So about 14 minutes left of ZLDR Recovery Run. We are just about coming up to 7 kilometres done. So we should get another couple of kilometres in. At 9 kilometres an hour, we should finish about 9k in the hour. That's the maths of it. If my amazing maths is correct, 9 kilometres per hour means that in 60 minutes we should do about 9 kilometres, I would say. Debbie Colville has done 5k, she's quite happy with that, so she is off. Enjoy your evening, Debbie. Clive Finnemore says one of his legs has melted and fallen off. Kevin DeLuca says, take care, Stephen. Victoria is playing basketball behind you. Oh my God. Gosh, I've missed so much chat. Oh yes, I do like your parkrun t-shirt, Clive. Very nice. Oh, Paul Deering is doing a barbecue. Where do you live, Debbie? We will all be over shortly. Question. Clive, how do we buy one of those Zwift Outdoor Runner club vests? Jonathan Cost and Kevin DeLuca and Clive are on 8, and Trev Wilson, they're all on 8 kilometres done. So they should get about 10k in by the end of the run. Yeah, funny, isn't it? Clive has only recently got into parkruns. How many parkruns have you done now? Right, Clive says you can get the Zwift Outdoor Runners vests at the Parkrun website shop. Okay, I'll have to have a look and see how it goes. What, we can have Zwift Outdoor Runners printed on all of them, can we? Oh, bless you, 6 parkruns. That is quality. I did my first parkrun in 2011. Seems like a world away. Years ago. But it's totally awesome that you've just found parkrun and kind of fell in love with it. It's great. I love that you have just fallen in love with parkrun. Yeah, I know. I did it with you, didn't I? Paul says Clive says his first ever park run was in Paris. Yeah, I mean, although I didn't run it with Clive, we were at the same event. The only reason I didn't run it with Clive because I was late. Sorry? It moved, yeah. At 9 minutes. It's more of a running movement in the UK than an app. It was started in 2007 in Richmond Park. Sorry, not Richmond Park. Bushy Park. There are now thousands of park run events all over the UK and worldwide. It's basically a free 5k run which is timed. Full stop. There are some in the USA. So yeah, there are some in the USA, but not many. The most outside the UK, I think the most is South Africa, possibly Sweden and Denmark. There's quite a lot of them in Russia now as well, although I don't know if parkrun stopped them going on. And we are up to 8 kilometres now. Yeah, so Clive says, so we created the Zwift Outdoor Runners Park Run group. Marcus Holmes says, it's not very ubiquitous here. No, it isn't. There's not many around in the US. But there's one or two. And for the US, you know, one or two spread across the whole of the US is really not very many. Kim Sol says, I think she's referring to Paris Parkrun. She says, at least you were not lost. Well, I wasn't lost. I knew where I was. I just didn't know where Parkrun was because it had moved from... oh, there's one of the pace partners. Look, just going past me now. There he is, one of the red ones. He's one of the faster ones. The ones in red are the faster ones. Yeah, so I'd done Paris Parkrun a few years before. Like 3 years before. So I basically just headed to where I went before. But in those 3 years, Parkrun had moved to a different part of the park. And Bois de Boulogne in Paris is a huge park. It's enormous. So it took me quite a long time to find where it was. And by the time I found it, they were already halfway through. So I ran it anyway, but yeah, I was very late. Yeah, there was a lot of English-speaking people. Mind you, well, of course, the marathon was the next day, so there were obviously going to be English-speaking, but all the volunteers seemed to speak English as well, so yeah. Not quite, Tina, because half the time, not only do I not know where other stuff is, I don't know where I am either. No, no. We've only got 4 minutes left of the ZLDR Recovery Run. Thank you very much for joining, everyone. We're still running with Tina Beard and Paul Hayward. We've got Trev Wilson, Clive Finnimore, Jonathan Costin, Kevin DeLuca just about to get to 10k. We're going to get to 9k before the end. And we've got Greg, we've got Anderson, we've got Helen Clitheroe, we've got Keller. Who else is there? Mika. Loads of runners have joined us today, so it's been really nice. Good chat. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Kim Salt, particularly nice to have you back. Paul Hayward, Jonathan Cost, everyone else who's been watching on YouTube. Thank you for coming. Peter Barlow says, "Have you missed me?" Yes, we have, Peter. It's good to see you again as well. We'll be back then tomorrow. I imagine we'll try and fit one of the ZRS or ZRS, however you want to call it, one of the ZRS runs in either tomorrow or Sunday, but probably tomorrow, because I've got a long run on Sunday, so I don't think I'll want to be running on Zwift after that. It's good that people are gradually beginning to find us on YouTube, having moved away from Facebook. I mean, we may go back to Facebook at some point, but just at the moment, I think we'll try and direct people to watch on YouTube. So we'll steer clear from Facebook for a little bit. Maybe we'll go back to it another time. But at the moment, if you want to watch any of the live runs here on Zwift, then you need to be tuned into the Zwift Run Channel on YouTube. That's where they all are. And if you want to support the channel, like many of the runners have very kindly done, big shouts out to Marcus Holmes in particular, but Tina Beard also, and Amy, and Clive, Jonathan. Thank you very much, everyone, for supporting the channel. You can join as a member. Just simply go to the Zwift Run Channel and click. You have to do it on a computer. It doesn't work on your phone. There's no option to do that on your phone. So on a browser on your computer, go to the Zwift Run Channel on YouTube and click join. And it's £1 or $2 a month, just to give a bit of extra support to the channel so we can continue to do what we do and make it better for you. Kim Salt says, "Why did you move to YouTube?" If I might, do you want me to be totally honest with you, Kim? Financial reasons, but also quality reasons as well. So YouTube is better video quality than Facebook. Facebook compresses the heck out of the video, so it doesn't look very good. The chat is just, well, I know about your experience with your password, but generally the chat is just as easy. And if everyone is in the same chat, then we can all see what everyone else is saying. But primarily, the more viewers that I get on YouTube, the more ad revenue is generated and the more money the channel can make. On Facebook, we don't get any money. Or at least it's much harder to monetize Facebook. So I'm making a bit of a drive on both of my channels, on the Zwift Run Channel and on the Film My Run channel, to try and increase revenue a little bit, so that we can continue doing this, and so I don't have to get a job at the local shop. So that's why we've done it. That's the honest reason. It is purely financial. Well, no, it's mostly financial. So there we are. Anyway, we're just coming up to the end. We're just passing one of the yellow, slower walking pace partners just up ahead here, as Jonathan said we would. 10 seconds to go before the end of the ZLDR Recovery Run, and here we go, just passing our walking pace partner, and there we are, we're all done. That's David Doubles is the walking pace partner there. Well done, everyone. Great work, good hour, 9 kilometers covered, perfectly timed. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone, from me and Victoria. And we'll see you tomorrow for the ZRS, what's it called again? Run the Ring? Innsbruck is the place we'll be. tomorrow for the ZRS race. So we'll see you there tomorrow. Let's actually just have a look at which one we're going to do. So we'll go to events. Oh, it actually starts tonight. So if you want to do one tonight at 10 o'clock, Run the Ring tonight at 10 o'clock if you want to do that. But tomorrow, I think we'll do the one at 7 o'clock in the evening. So 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. Central European time. That is going to be the run tomorrow. 9 kilometres with some elevation, with some hills. Kim says it's nice to see everyone. Trev Wilson says cheers. Cheers, Clive. John Free says maybe Patreon and or PayPal next. Thanks for all you do. Thanks, John. Well, Patreon is basically the same as membership on YouTube, so I wouldn't do both. I wouldn't do Patreon and membership on YouTube. Patreon is a great idea as a third-party plan, but membership on YouTube, it's kind of the same thing. So, but yeah, anyway, there we are. Kim Salt says you've got a ride on from Eric Min. Excellent, thank you very much, Eric. Oh, there he is, look. Eric Min, thank you for the ride on. And Parquet, thank you for the ride on as well. Just got the Eric Min one on there in time. If you don't know who Eric Min is, he is the founder of Zwift, or the co-founder of Zwift along with John Mayfield. So thank you to Eric for the ride on. Tina is in for tomorrow at 7 p.m, so we'll see Tina tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see some of you guys as well. You don't have to run, you can just watch on YouTube if you want. Just join us then. There's lots of banter, as you've seen tonight. Lots of banter, lots of silliness. So we'll be back tomorrow for the ZRS Run the Ring in Innsbruck. Till then, take care everyone. Bye bye.